Once again, guys, welcome to another episode. Very excited to just take you through a project I'm doing currently in Runda. It's a renovation, and I think sometimes working on a number of projects here and there, I've just come to realize people who did houses 15 years, 20 years down the line, when their kids were still young, and right now they've just moved out of the houses. The houses are slightly older in terms of fashion or style. So we are now in house to house renovating the old houses so that they can look as new as possible or as modern as possible. We have already started. I've just arrived from the office. Now we are here. I took a bit of time to take up to show you from the start. Currently, as you can see in my background, we've already done a number of demolitions, and we are doing this house in phases, and it does not. There are different types of phases, because people are already my client and the family are staying here. So we decided to start with the ground floor, and then once we are done with the ground floor, they will move to the lower level, that is the ground floor, and then we will move to the upper floor and do the upper floor. So currently we are concentrating on the lower level, and that is the ground floor. We've done a number of demolitions, and as usual, when we come in, especially when it is involving the renovations, we have to pack your stuff, and those are the sofas, the seats, the wall hangings, decorations around, and store them in the garage. If Larry, you can come closer. All the furnitures have been actually arranged nicely. They've been covered with this polythene sheet, the clear paper, stocked nicely. They're here, well kept. So that is the first thing we do on our day one. We come, pack your things, store them somewhere before we take up the site. Then, without wasting a lot of time, let's move in. I show you what's happening. So we are not doing a lot of things in this area because also we are looking at things like budgets and all that. You don't want to spend a lot of money because at times when you're doing interiors, most of our clients will even wonder, is it a new house I'm constructing? Keith, get serious. So from that perspective, because it's a renovation, it is just a facelift. Someone just wants to see an improvement, and that is maybe shifting from the older version to a modern version. So we will come in, and from the entry, we will leave it out for now, and then from here, we are working on this door. Because it is actually a very heavy, solid mahogany door. So during the design process, we did a design for this door, but we opted not to remove it, but sand it nicely, polish it again so that it can look as new as possible. Then when you come to the floor, the tiles, this was the style previously, or this is the style before, and it was actually very beautiful. But now, because of new things in the market, we are going to remove this floor and bring in natural stones that will look so nice, like almost like a marble effect. Then apart from that, so we are going to polish the floors. We are going to sand. I think there's wooden finishes, that is wooden floors. We are going to sand them again so that they look new. All the walls we are skimming afresh and sanding, and then we repaint and give them a bit of a softer paint. And then also, if possible, Larry can throw in some of the design proposal. We might not be able to implement everything that is on the design, but 75 or 80% of those things are going to be implemented. So as we come in, there is something that is coming here like a shoe rack, and this is going to be like a mud room. So they come in and they stock things. Initially, there was nothing here. Then as you move on, you're going to have, on the design, we proposed a poof here because we have a poof here and a mirror there. Then there is another poof here and some floating shelves around here, just to bring in some bit of style and just a difference from the previous thing that was previously here. So when you look at the staircase, again, it is not bad. So the wood just looks a bit old. So we are going to sand all these surfaces, polish, and make them look new. From that, if you look at the walls, these are the primary preparations. The walls have now been applied the filler, awaiting sanding. Then after the first sanding, they will apply the second filler, and after the second filler, they will sand and now do the paint works. And this probably is our week 2. Again, this is an arch. When we were designing, we thought this is a molding, but we just came to realize this is done out of concrete. So we are going to demolish and make it straight so that all the arches around the house are straight. If you look here, this has already been done. Even the ceiling works are already ongoing. This was initially a study room. It was a bit confusing. Even the client was not so sure what space this space was initially, because it had a sink, it had some cabinets, it had a big round table in the middle. But now we have decided to make it a small bar with a trophy cabinet and a shelving on the back side for storage of whiskeys and a bit of display on the upper level. If you can check from the previous, I don't know if Larry managed to get the ceiling designs, but now we are going as simple as possible. So we have done the primary gypsum anchoring. We've done that. We've already done the cornices around. So what is waiting, and if you check, we're also proposing curtain boxes. And we have already done the preparation. This is just awaiting skimming and painting. There was initially, now this is the lounge. Initially there was a fireplace that was here. That is the contemporary type of fireplace. If you check the design, we have proposed a nice fireplace which is electric, because they rarely use the fireplace with wood. So they proposed us, they asked us to come up with a nice modern theme. So if you see, our fundies have already demolished the previous existing, whatever. This has to be removed quickly, even today before they come back from work. It has to be clean so that it is not disturbing their minds. So this is going. Then we are coming up with a new fireplace. There's some wooden, whatever, shelvings around this place that are coming. That is mahogany, solid, polished and painted. The curtain boxes are gonna be painted. The ceiling, if Larry, you can just zoom it to the ceiling. The ceiling initially was a flat ceiling or a stepped ceiling. Now we've just come up with a very nice, beautiful cove ceilings with the cornices inside and the downlighters on the side. And also the curtain rods now are gonna be hidden inside the ceiling, from the top flowing all the way down, and that is already been done. The same thing goes on to this side, so it is seamless from this side all the way to the other side and all the way to the other side. Apart from that, without forgetting, I step up a bit. So the floors are gonna be sanded. The walls, if you come closer, Larry, these walls were very distressed. Very distressed. Actually, it was a bit of a harsh environment, not because of it was bad, but initially these were some of the styles that were very attractive. But now we are trying to treat this. If you see, they're still rough. This has just received the first coat of filler, so it will receive the second coat of filler. Then we'll do the sanding, then receive the third coat of filler, then sand again, and then polish, and we get a final view. So again, if you come, because it's a site, I'm moving around, boards are lying around, mabatis are around. So we have already done this. This is a simple step ceiling with indirect lighting. So we have done a step from the existing ceiling of 150, 140. 140, why? Because we want to leave a 70 mm gap, whereby that gives you enough allowance to put your hand inside and change your electrical wiring or the electrical bulbs. If it's a snake light and it is spoiled, you can easily reach in. Then we put a step up of another 70. So when you add the 70 and 70, it gives you 140. Then we prepare for you a nice pelmet box of around 100 mm dropping down. This can even drop further if need be, depending on the theme, on the style, or the preference, or your details. But here we dropped by 100. That's why our cornice, which is 4 inch, when you slant it slightly, it takes 80 millimeter to 70 something, 70 to 80 millimeters, leaving you a small gap of 20 to 30 millimeter. Then this wall is gonna receive some nice, beautiful treatment out of, I won't tell you the materials, but it's gonna receive a treatment. The door here will just be treated, sanded, polished, because we don't want also to escalate the price too high. So we will just work on them, sand them properly, give it a shellac. Then after the shellac, sand it again. Then after the sanding, now apply the final coat of mahogany. And by the way, by the time we are done, these doors will look as pretty as new. Then the switches and socket, we are still fighting. We haven't agreed. If I can't see one, these are the types right now. This is the type existing, and even when you look at the switches and sockets around, this is the type existing. But I'm debating with the client, but I'm yet to get there. Probably before we hand over, we will check if we can be able to be allowed to change even that, so that we get a proper modern finish. Then from that point, we come to the kitchen. This is the existing kitchen. And being an existing kitchen, I just move around. This is the old tall cabinet. Very beautiful, I think I like it. Then this is the counter. You look at the way this was a famous granite initially, the brown one, which matched very well with the wooden doors, but they are not opening very nicely. So what we are doing, we actually completely changing this kitchen. We are pulling it out, then bring in a super gloss type of kitchen with a black granite, and then the granite also flows on the walls. Here we are also going to supply tall cabinets, and the tall cabinets will go to a point where we have the double door fridge. Then we will have a tall cabinet that will take the oven and the microwave. Then we'll have another top cabinet that will take the pool cabinet. And then we'll have our low level, whereby we'll have our cooker here, which will be a hob on top. Then we'll have a proper double sink, modern double sink. If you can just come closer, if you check this sink is the I think this is what material is this. This is what. It's almost like plastic type. Yes. So this is going. We are getting a proper mixer here. We are getting a proper mixer of cold and hot. We are getting a double bowl sink, stainless steel, deep enough, and then we'll do all these tiles. These were nice, beautiful tiles initially, whereby you could do tiles and then cut these pieces and then make the diamond style. And it used to be a very nice, beautiful, common theme in most of the houses. Probably if you go to most of the houses done 15, 20 years ago, this is how they look. And then this was the island. So we are pulling out this island and we are giving them an island that caters for both storage on this side and a breakfast counter on the other side. So it will flow from somewhere here and then come all the way to somewhere here, taking around 4 to 5 breakfast stools. Then if you check, wow, demolitions are ongoing and we are now doing the gypsum ceiling. These mabatis you see on the side, those are called channels. The channels are the ones that carry the studs. So studs are gonna be attached there and they run across, then they find the anchors and then now do the support. So you first of all run because you will first of all get the level, and the levels we're getting it with gravity from the ground all the way, so that when you're doing your ceiling, it's all level all the way. You put a level in the middle, it is the same. So apart from that, I won't go into so many details. We have a pantry here. This pantry, if you come in, Larry, so look at the floating cabinets. Floating cabinets, these are the nice, beautiful before floating cabinets, and others on this side. So we are going to build it up in such a way that it's all cabinetry from floor level to the ceiling. Then we are doing a new ceiling here. So we'll have storage. Those will be drawers and doors on the lower side, and then now cabinets on the upper levels. Then these will also be cabinets on the other side, and we leave our deep freezer on the other side. Then apart from that, so I will just push this thing to the side. like that, and that is part of site works. When you're on site, at times you just allow your coat to get a bit dirty. Then when you get out here, we will wipe it. Then we'll look as neat as possible. So currently they're using this space to store their shoes, you can see. So we have decided to give them a beautiful modern Adobe or laundry area. So we are going to build up cabinets all the way. Then we'll have our washing machine here. Then we'll actually have an Adobe sink here. Then with cabinets. Then we'll have a washing machine, then cabinets, then high-level cabinets. So the spaces are already there, and they used to do almost the same thing. But now we are just coming in with new material, new products, so that the space can look new. So all these tiles will go, tiles on the walls will go, so that at least once you're done the renovations, things looks like you did something. Because at times renovating a space can be very tricky. You might leave the space and someone will wonder what happened or what did you do. I can't see any difference. Apart from that, let me take you to the other side. So apart from that, as you walk to the left wing of the house, we have this is the guest wing, and here we have a common toilet. Already the demolitions have been done. We are going to even demolish this wall. Reason being because the guest bedroom, the shower is too small, so we have to eat into this, because this space we just need a sink and a wash and basin. So new tiles, sanding of the door, floor tiles, and a new toilet and a ceiling. The corridor, because it's wooden floor, this is sanding of the wooden panels, then the wood blocks or parquet. It's actually parquet, and then now sanding of the skimming of the walls, sand and polish, a new gypsum ceiling. Then from there we come to the walk-in to the family room. The family room. Here we are in the family room. We have a proposal. So we have two things that we're supposed to do. We are supposed to demolish this existing fireplace and do a cabinet here. This will just be as simple as a TV and a TV unit on the lower side. Then I'll do some storage cabinets on the back side. Then just have a simple seat for the he and she, and then one guest seat sitting facing that side. And the gypsum ceiling has been already demolished, constructed. We are having a simple, straightforward, flat gypsum ceiling painted in white, and white will be brilliant white, matte emulsion. Our walls are going to be very simple, probably a white lilac or a velvet whisper in matte finish. Simple, straightforward, sand the floor, paint, put a few wall hangings around, and we are done. So in this guest bedroom, we are doing wallpaper on this front side. We're also trying to do minimal changes, but also we have to do it in such a way that when someone comes in later, they will feel like there was an improvement in this house. So some nice beautiful wallpaper. The bed goes back. We do skimming and painting. We have already demolished this part, and you see, normally once you start doing the demolitions, you will meet other things. You will destroy some walls. So we happen to touch the wall, so we have plastered it back, apply the skimming. So as you see, it is still rough, but when I come in, maybe after we've done all this, you'll find it very straight and very polished. So we have done the plinth, and this is concrete. This is concrete, then sand and mortar. Then we do the plinth, then the skirting will go back, and then we will fill back these wooden panels. Then we just expect a beautiful cabinet here that is a wardrobe. And I remember on the design, it has a mirror on one door. Then apart from that, we are doing a few things in the bathroom. So this bathroom, again, we have to work on it. See, the tiles have been removed. The tiles on the walls have been removed, and the plaster has already been done. So we'll just work on the door, do the floor tiles. This is where the shower goes. We are just hacking a bit so that it goes down, so that once we are doing the shower cubicle, which initially was in aluminium, and if you see, I've already marked here, I need to demolish this wall and bring it here so that I have a bigger space for the for the shower, and I'm looking at a space of almost 1.1 and 900. Then I will just put a simple small floating sink here with a few nice mosaic tiles going up, a nice mirror and a light. Then I'll shift my toilet to this side, and with that I will have maximized the space in this room. I have a beautiful, well-fitting shower area in frameless glass with a nice stainless steel handles and a nice stainless steel towel rack. Then nice simple light on top, nice tiling, proper drainage, and everything will just be as beautiful as always, because at kthinteriorz, as you know, it is where style meets elegance. I will not waste your time and take you to the upper floor because people are staying in the upper floor, but just expect on the upper floor we are doing the family room, a nice beautiful TV wall, nice paintwork and nice layout. We are demolishing the master bedroom and rearranging it completely. It receives a nice beautiful special effect on the front wall. We are also doing a nice study room on the upper floor, just immediately after the family room. So nice beautiful cabinetry. Then in the bedrooms we are also redoing all the tile works, removing all the jacuzzis or the bathtubs that are there, and just making new modern frameless glass shower cubicles. Simple ceilings all through. Then the staircase is gonna be sanded all. So because these people stay on the upper floor, I won't want to go into private spaces and shoot. Sometimes people are not so much comfortable with that. But as a matter of fact, probably we will throw in this video now, but when we are doing when they have moved on the lower side, we will take videos of those spaces before we shoot. And thank you guys for taking your time to just watch our episodes. And as usual, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow us on our social media pages at kthinteriorz, where style meets elegance.